Hello everyone, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Today is not Christmas Day. It's December 24 when I record this, but hopefully I upload this video by the time it's Christmas Day so you all can watch. But anyway, today in the Christmas spirit, I'm going to unbox all of this cool stuff, and there are quite a few stuff here to unbox. But before that, I want to tell you why I made this video and what it's going to be like. So I made this video just as a fun hangout, you and me, unboxing all the stuff, and I'm just going to be talking about why I bought these parts and what I'm going to do with them later on after I finish recording this. And I didn't really prepare for this one in advance, so please forgive me if I do end up rambling on for several minutes. So with that out of the way, let's start unboxing. Ooh. So this is the first one. It's a SanDisk Extreme Pro NVMe SSD in the 1TB capacity. Yeah, I know, it's a 1TB NVMe drive. Was it really that expensive? Not really. In Hong Kong, we actually got this for around $240, $250 US. And, well, I don't really know how it performs. I do know that it's close to the Samsung 970 Pro in performance. But I've never actually owned a SanDisk SSD, so this is the first one. And in the future, I'm going to be doing some tests along with the 960 EVO in that computer and the boot drive in my laptop over there. It's a Samsung PM961, pretty close to the 960 EVO. So where am I going to put this exactly? Well, I'm going to put it in the laptop over there actually, because currently it's got a 256 gig NVMe drive. It's a pretty fast drive, but all SSDs tend to slow down as you exceed around 80% capacity, which I've already done. I'm not sure if my storage management is terrible, but I installed a lot of small programs on there, and that adds up as you install more of those tiny programs, and pretty soon you exceeded 200 gigabytes. So I didn't really want to relocate all the files because that would take forever. You have to uninstall them and then reinstall them in the other drive, which could take forever. So I've just got a 1TB NVMe SSD to replace that drive. And that drive will be featured in another video where I will be putting it into this as a pretty fast flash drive, but that's for another video later. So let's go ahead and unbox this. So of course you need to have a cutter, and let's unbox. All right. Okay. So why did I get one of these aside from the fact that it wanted kind of a new brand to test out? Well, I originally wanted the Samsung 970 EVO, which is also an NVMe drive. I wanted the 1TB version, which actually costed the same as this, but for some reason there's a shortage of 970 EVO 1TB. The shops that I got all these didn't have the 1TB. They had the 500 gig, they have the 250 gig. I don't know, it seems like they didn't have any 1TB versions of the 970 EVO. They only had the 970 Pro, which costs double the 970 EVO, so you know, that's out of the question. But anyway, here it is, guys. That is a 1TB NVMe drive. Oh, so fast. And people say that its performance is close to the 970 Pro, so I'm looking forward to testing that, because with the 970 Pro, the reason why it's so expensive is because its sustained writes are much higher than that of the 970 EVOs, because with the 970 EVO you have a smaller cache that actually writes as fast as the 3 gigabytes per second or 2 gigabytes per second speed, but after you exceed that cache it slows down to about, I don't know, half that, or maybe 600, 700 megabytes per second. I'm not too sure, but the advantage of this drive supposedly is that its cache speed after you exceed the cache capacity is much higher than the 970 EVO, supposedly like the 970 Pro. So I'm really looking forward to testing that in a future video when it actually replaced the drives. So, alright, let's get this out of the box. And And there it is. Wow. Quite small, quite light. There it is, guys. SanDisk Extreme Pro NVMe drive, 1 terabyte. I love this thing. I'm gonna install it once I get started on that new video. Alright, let's put this back in the box because I don't want to damage it before I actually record and replace the drive. What's this? SanDisk SSD Safety and Warranty Guide. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna read that later. Check that out. That's... Do you really want me to read this now? Nobody wants me to read this. Alright, so that will be in the laptop because SSD is already slowed down because I've exceeded 80% of its capacity, so it's slowed down significantly. Anyway, relating to this drive, I've got this, I'm not sure what this brand is, I just found it. The MIWO Type-C to M.2 NVMe enclosure. So supposedly this will allow me to mount this via a USB adapter so I can clone that drive to this one to replace them. So, alright, let's see what we got in here. Be careful with the cutter. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Wow, they have a cable, that's why it's so tight. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's generous, they have screws in here, nice. Okay, so we don't want to lose that. I should really get out my magnetic parts tray later when I actually replace the drives. This is a Type-C to Type-C. Very good. I really like the Type-C form factor because it's reversible, and the Thunderbolt 3 standard, which has a data transfer speed of 40 gigabits per second, also uses Type-C, which I really do like. So when I replace the drives, I'm going to put this USB 3.1 Gen 2 standard into the Thunderbolt 3 port, and hopefully it'll run at 10 gigabits per second, so there's no bottlenecks there. Because SSD to SSD, you really need a fast transfer speed. So yeah, that's cool. We have... Okay, this is all in simplified Chinese. I don't really know simplified and know traditional, but you know. In school, we did learn traditional, so... Oh, we have a tiny screwdriver. Oh, look how cute that is. Look at that. So tiny. I'm not even sure how big that is. 2 millimeters, maybe? 3? Yeah. Okay. And then we have... Oh, here it is. We have the enclosure itself. Wow, look at this. That's metal. That's pure metal. Come on, get out. I'm really trying not to break this. Okay. So this looks like aluminum. Anodized aluminum? Probably. Okay, that came off. Is that supposed to come off? Okay, well, let's just put that there. And ooh, yes, here we go. Here is the PCB that actually takes the M.2 drive. So you mount it in this slot right here, and you screw it down in one of these holes. We're going to use the 80 millimeter hole because the form factor of this drive is M.2 2280, 22 millimeters wide, 80 millimeters in length. So yeah, we use this one. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. And there's a Type-C port right here, so you can use this cable to mount it to the Type-C port on the laptop. Yeah, pretty nice. But I'm not sure if that's supposed to come out. Hopefully it's... I'm not sure if it is. Okay. So there's nothing in here. Wow, that's heavy. Yeah, that's definitely pure metal. Okay. So let's put that back. Ooh, gently. I really don't want to scratch this. This is nice. So hopefully, when I take that drive out, that 256 gig NVMe SSD, we'll put that in here. And I'm planning to use this as a really fast flash drive, because pretty soon I'm going to be traveling quite a lot, so I want to edit videos on that on the laptop rather than the desktop, because obviously you can't take the desktop to another country. So I wanted to edit on NVMe. This is the way to do it. To transfer files directly from that computer to this one at super fast speeds. It's not quite the maximum speed of NVMe. 10 gigabits per second is roughly 1.2 gigabytes per second. But it allows for fast transfer speed from that NVMe drive in the main computer to the 1 terabyte, or soon to be 1 terabyte NVMe drive in the laptop, which is fantastic. I'm really looking forward to actually doing that. Alright, so let's put that back. Okay. Okay, I'm not really sure how this goes in. Okay, I think that should be okay. So let's put that aside. Okay. Do I remember the order that this was in? Maybe not. I'll just put that aside. Okay, and then if we want to connect that to a USB Type A port, supposedly this is also USB 3.0. Oh, it's USB 3.0. Oh. Okay, so I'm probably not going to use this. I'm probably going to connect this to the USB 3.1 Gen 2. That's 10 gigabits per second, guys. USB 3.0 or 3.1 Gen 1 is 5 gigabits per second. So I'm going to connect this directly to the USB 3.1 Gen 2 port on the back of the main computer's motherboard, and then to the laptop's Thunderbolt 3 port. Hopefully that runs at Gen 2 speeds, but I'm not sure. I haven't tested that yet, so we'll see. Alright, well, I don't really need to unbox that. It's just an adapter. Okay. Cool. Okay, the next one. Another SSD. Yay! This is for the main computer. How do I open this? Okay. Yeah, this is for the main computer because, again, I've ran out of storage. Well, I didn't really run out of storage, but I don't want to exceed 80% because that's when the SSDs start to slow down. So there's around like 100 gigabytes left or so on the 1 terabyte 850 EVO. So we decided to get this. It's the successor to the 850 EVO, the 860 EVO. I'm not sure how much faster this thing is over the 850, but you know, I'm gonna run some tests again. I will report back. Ooh, nice packaging. Very nice. Quality packaging. Okay, what is this? The installation guide, and that really has a sticker to keep it closed? Sure. Okay, let's see me struggle to open this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I really don't want to tear anything. Okay, that seems to have went off properly. Or something like that. Okay, we'll just stick that to the back there. Okay, so what's in this thing? Tiny text. Who doesn't love their tiny text? Disclaimers, installation guide. Sure, yeah, okay. Alright. So this is the drive itself. Ooh, yes. Very, very nice. Look at this. There it is. Samsung solid state drive, 860 EVO, 1 terabyte yet again, because we do love our sizes. The 1 terabytes actually in Hong Kong right now are the deal. I know what I said in the previous video, that was on Amazon and Newegg. The 500 gig drives really are around the sweet spot if you're not looking to spend a lot more on 1 terabyte, but here in Hong Kong, 1 terabyte is less than double the money than the 500 gig drive. So yeah, why not? Plus, oh, that's a lot of noise outside. Sorry guys. So 1 terabyte gives us a lot of room to keep all our files in one drive instead of having multiple drives and having to organize it in a case and everything. It just makes it so much simpler to just get a bigger drive. And yeah, you do have to spend a little bit more money, but at this point, SSDs have come so much lower in price that, you know, it's totally worth it. And yeah, since last year actually, they have halved in price. I remember when we bought the 500 gig NVMe drive, the 960 EVO, that cost around, I think it was $200, 200 US dollars. And this drive right here is $240 for 1 terabyte. That's a deal. I can't believe how much they've come down in price. They halved. Makes me kind of regret buying all those drives at the middle of the year, because we could have gotten a much larger capacity. But anyway, we have all these drives now, and I will be installing this in the main computer after I record this. And I went with the 2.5-inch form factor. There are a couple form factors you could have gone with for the 860 EVO. There's M.2, much like this one. It's a smaller version. There is SATA, which is probably gone on most motherboards right now. And there's SATA, which is the most popular form factor for these drives. Because with SATA, you can actually replace a laptop hard drive with one of these. Because laptop hard drives are also 2.5-inch in the 2.5-inch form factors. So if you have like an old MacBook or something like that, you could probably replace that old drive with one of these SSDs and have much faster boot times and overall have a much nicer, more fluid experience with your laptop. And you don't even have to spend for a new one. You can just get an SSD and replace it. That's what I love most about this. So I got this form factor because, well, it was the cheapest one. It was like, this one is around $150 US, while I'm trying to get the conversion rate correct in my head. This was around $150 US on the day that I bought it, whereas the M.2 version was a lot more expensive. It was around $170 US. So even though the M.2 is a lot nicer to work with because you don't have a SATA power and a data cable, you just plug it into the motherboards and screw it in. Yeah, this is just quite a bit cheaper. So, just save a little bit of money here and there. And yeah, 1 terabyte SATA 860 EVO SSD. Pretty good. All right, let's put that back in the box along with the warranty stuff. And now we'll get to the part I am really excited about, because this, I've tried to search for a couple of YouTube videos about this to see how it really looked. And I gotta say, at first I wasn't sold on it, but as you can tell, I have bought this just to expand my RAM on the main computer. Because right now the main computer has 2x8 gigabyte sticks of G.Skill Trident Z DDR4 3200 CL16. So I decided to double that with one of these. G.Skill Trident Z Royal. Yeah! Super exclusive, right? So there aren't many videos covering this. So I decided to make my own model of the computer that I have right there on SketchUp to see how it looked. I rendered it with V-Ray and I gotta say, I'm really pleased with the results. So I tried rendering it with the same RAM sticks, and I gotta say, this really elevates it. It's an accent kind of thing, so I think it looks pretty darn good. We'll see that if it actually does look pretty good. I'm gonna film some B-roll later of the computer with the RAM sticks installed, but that's after I record this because I can't do two things at the same time. So, label, or I don't know what this is called. This is a nice label though. Changes color depending on the way you look at it. Alright. Ooh, the moment has come. Okay. Let's get these out of the way. I don't want to overshadow it. Okay, how do I open these? I really don't want to drop these. Oh, there it is. Here we go, guys. Oh. It even comes with a cleaning cloth. How nice is that? Can you see that? I hope you can see that. Anyway, Trident Z Royal. Wow, I can use these for my glasses. Sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, these smell nice. Okay. These are G.Skill Trident Z Royal RGB 2x8 gigabyte kits of DDR4 3200, again at CL16, because when doing RAM upgrades you want to match, you want to match the capacities, the speed, and the timings of the RAM to make sure that they're all compatible. So wow, these look really good. Do you see that? And supposedly the crystals on the top, that's acrylic. It looks pretty darn good. Yeah. Okay, so let's take these out. Oh. Okay. I'm trying not to hold the gold contacts. Okay. Hold them at the edge. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Oh, wow, that looks really good. The chrome is more reflective than I thought. That looks really good. Can't wait to film some B-roll with this. This is really shiny. Yeah, so this is DDR4 3200 CL16 18 1838, 1.35 volts. The exact same RAM sticks as the one in there, except, you know, with a much shinier looking body, pretty much. Alright, so I have two of these. Let me try to take this out without damaging it. Oh my god. Here they are, guys. Oh man. Ooh. Wow, these look really good. Check them out. This is some baller looking RAM. Cool. Alright, so I'm probably gonna show some B-roll on the screen at this point, but I'm just really taking the time to admire this because this is amazing. You know, I thought this was tacky at first, but when I rendered it in SketchUp, I mean, this just looks pretty darn sweet. I don't think 4 of these DIMMs would look too good together with that board because the MSI Gaming Pro Carbon Z370 board, it's kind of gamery, carbony. This is more of a sophisticated type of RAM, so I think this will look really good with the existing normal G.Skill Trident Z RAM sticks as an accent. 2 alternating sticks of these, 2 alternating sticks of the regular Trident Z RGB RAM. So we'll see how good that looks on your screen. And tell me what you think about that. But man, I just love these. Can they stand on their own? You know what? I don't want to let them go. This is too risky. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video, I suppose. I am just going to be really careful not to drop these. Oh my. Okay, never mind. It's all good. Okay. Alright, I think I've rambled on enough. The timer over there says 25 minutes, so, well, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please consider giving this video a like if you did enjoy it, and please subscribe to the channel because it really does help. And links to all the products shown are in the video description below, as usual. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great Christmas. Have a happy New Year. Happy holidays, everybody. I'll see you soon.